I bet if you're clicking on this video, then you've probably already failed. Because, well, most people have. In this video, I'm going to share what that is, why you failed, and what you can actually do about it. So at the time of this filming, it's currently mid-February. Can you believe that? And I bet you've already failed your New Year's resolutions. Well, hands up if you had a New Year's resolution. Yeah, that's right. I don't actually know anybody who has written out a New Year's resolution, gets to the end of the year, and actually accomplishes it.
Yes! All right, I did it!
I've never done it. I mean, if you've done it, let me know. It might be a miracle. But why is it that when we get to the end of a year, so let's just say end of 2022, and we are so gung-ho and so excited about all the things we're going to achieve in 2023 or whatever year it is, and we write out these New Year's resolutions and we go into January 1st so like, yeah, we're gonna do it, but then we make it to probably now mid-February and we're failed. Why is that? Why do people constantly fail their New Year's resolutions? Well, that's because our behaviors are not just simple habits. They are deep-rooted, they're intricate, and a lot of them are psychological. Most people have New Year's resolutions where they're gonna lose weight, they're going to exercise more, they're going to quit smoking, they're going to achieve a certain financial goal in their business, whatever it is. Just because you have that motivation and the clock strikes midnight and the calendar year flips over, it doesn't mean that suddenly all of your behaviors, your temperament, and your personality changes just like that. It's just not possible. When it comes to something like eating and exercise, a lot of these behaviors are so ingrained within us, these habits. We've formed them over many years, and so you can't just expect these habits to change. The other reason why I think a lot of people fail their New Year's resolutions is because giving up something that gives you a natural reward is actually really hard. What do I mean by that? Let's just say you love eating chocolate, yeah? You love it. When you eat chocolate, it's releasing this reward, this dopamine hit. It's making you feel good. When you're suddenly faced with the idea that
I'm not gonna eat chocolate anymore,
you're missing out on that reward. You're losing out on that dopamine hit, and that can be really hard to change. That's a really hard habit to break. Just like smoking cigarettes. I'm not a smoker, but from what I hear, it's pretty hard. Overeating, whatever it is, there's a reason why you reach for that food, whether it's to give you comfort, whether it's to fill up this hole inside, whether it's just to feel good and to feel amazing or socializing. And so just because the calendar goes from December 31st to January 1st, it doesn't actually change that innate human desire and need that you have. Sometimes when we are trying to give up something, we end up thinking about it more and more. So if you have a New Year's resolution to give up something that makes you feel good, you're just gonna keep thinking about it. You're gonna keep thinking, man, eating that chocolate would be so good right now.
all I want is that chocolate.
And it will just keep playing over and over in your mind. And then not only is it hard to give up these behaviors, it's really hard to add in new behaviors, like exercise. A lot of people say that this is the year I'm gonna exercise more. But when, I don't know, maybe you do well for the first few weeks, but then eventually it can get hard. The weather could change, you aren't in the mood for it anymore. And if it hasn't been a habit that you've developed over a long time, it's hard to just go from nothing to all the time, all year, to reach that New Year's resolution. And sometimes when we're trying to add in new behaviors, that can feel hard because it's new and it's uneasy and we don't know what we're doing. We can start thinking about,
it's gonna be so hard to do this, I don't want to do this.
Which can then derail us. What can we do about it instead? Firstly, I think it's really important that we pause for a moment and we begin to list the things that we are proud of, that we have achieved, and to celebrate the year that we've had. Now, I know it's mid-February, so 2022 is long in the past, but can you stop for a moment and actually write down all of the things that you have achieved? This will give you a really good boost in your confidence, and it's really important that instead of us always striving and reaching for the next thing and reaching for the next trophy or the medal or whatever it is, it's important that we stop, that we breathe, and that we celebrate ourselves and celebrate how far we have come on our journey. After you finish your celebration, this is when you can really start to think about the goals that you want to achieve. You probably think that because I'm hating on New Year's resolutions that I'm hating on goals, and I definitely am not, because it's having goals in my life that keeps me focused and keeps me taking steps forward to the things I want to achieve. And so having goals is really important. But what's more important is that you plan on how you can have incremental change. This will feel better on your nervous system, and it's a lot more sustainable. As an example, for me, I've been trying to change my eating habits because I've learnt that I'm intolerant to dairy and gluten. If you want to make me feel better, you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. I am just not a cold turkey person, and I've had to make incremental changes to my diet so that it could become more sustainable. And that's like with exercise as well. So instead of telling yourself,
You're going to exercise every day,
it could just be, I'm going to exercise twice this week, you know? And then as each week goes, maybe you could up it, or maybe you could just be happy with where you're at. Sometimes being too ambitious can cause us to not actually pause and to celebrate. Like what I said before, it's so important to celebrate yourself, celebrate your achievements, and to be happy with where you're at. Keep going for your dreams and your goals, but actually find the joy in the now and in the moment. And trust me, I am preaching to myself here because I struggle to do this. What I've started to do is I've started writing a gratitude journal, and every day writing the things that I'm grateful for. And I find that when I write what I'm grateful for, it helps me to realize, well, what I've achieved in life and just the simple pleasures that I have in my life. So I can find joy in the now while I keep moving forward into my future. Set small tasks for yourself that are easily achievable, because this is what's going to build that confidence for you. And when you have that confidence, it's a lot easier to reach your goals. Like I said earlier, it's hard to give up something that feels good, but maybe you could give it up for like 3 days this week, you know? And then that will feel good because you've achieved that and it's achievable. And there you have it. 99% of people will fail their New Year's resolutions, probably already have. But I just want to encourage you that that's totally okay, because you are human, you're allowed to fail, you are human, and I just want to encourage you to keep reaching for your goals, but celebrate what you've already achieved. Set small incremental changes and goals into your life. Don't expect to go cold turkey on something. Don't expect change to happen overnight. It's a process. It takes time. You need a bit of patience and tenacity. And if you do fail at something, get up, brush it off, keep going. You've got this. If you're an INFJ or an introvert and you do want to succeed in life, then you might want to watch this video. So click on the video now and I'll see you there.